Hello and welcome back to Legends of the Dead. We are continuing our march towards feudalism, but before we get to feudalism there are a couple of things we want to do. One, we want to get a huge amount of money, which we are currently working towards. Two, we want to use our prestige on everything we can possibly use it on, because it is much more valuable here than it will be once we become feudal. And we don't really want to spend gold on things, we'd much rather spend prestige on things, so spend our prestige, get a lot of money. What's number three? Number three is get the tech city planning. Why do we need the tech of city planning? Well, because it allows you to build cities and it allows you to build temples. These are things that we can't get as tribal places, but if we make them as feudal, we can get a lot of bonuses, and if we make them immediately after we become feudal, we get those bonuses sooner. So it makes sense to have the tech for when we switch over, and then we can spend the huge amount of money that we've saved up on getting all of this stuff. So it all kind of makes sense. Now, we could wait 33 years to get this tech, and that is definitely an option. It's a little slow, but it's an option. There are other options, however. What has been suggested in the comments is, why don't we merge our culture with another culture? What this does, on top of merging your traditions and your pillars, it also merges your technologies. So, we could, in theory, merge with someone who already has city planning, thereby giving us city planning. That gives us a solid reason to merge culture, and if we do this earlier rather than later, we can start spreading that new culture all over the place, which then means that we can have city planning all over the place. So it makes sense, and I agree it makes sense. So let's see if there's actually a culture that we could merge with that would be good for this. There's one other thing that we might want as well. I mean, obviously we'd like the other techs that we're missing, but the other thing that we might want is a tech which has some of these that we are missing down here. A culture that has some of these techs that we're missing down here. Currently, none of this is available to us, but when we merge with another culture, we can take their cultural and regional techs as well, which is very, very cool. So that's something we want to do. One other thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we do a last raid before we go off and merge all of these cultures and become feudal. The reason why we want to do one last raid is because tribals, I believe, cannot actually raid. There are a few conditions where where feudal people can raid, which is if you have practiced pirates in your culture, which we don't, and even if we did, it wouldn't allow us to raid. If I go and have a look in here, practice pirates, duchy tier and lower rulers may raid, however, we couldn't, so this becomes kind of useless to us. So that's number one. Number two is if you, I believe it's if you already have a raider trait, then you can continue to raid for the length of that character. It's not really a long-term solution. And I think that might be it. There might be a few other ways now, because I think I was looking at some information from some older patches, but essentially, raiding is a tribal thing. So once we're finished with tribal, we're not really going to raid, which means that we're going to have to get all of the stuff that we want to raid done now rather than later. It also means that we're going to get hit hard by our religion, because our religion has warmonger, which means that we have to go to war. Now, if we if we are raiding, I believe that takes away the offensive war opinion, or the at peace opinion. But if we're not able to raid, then we actually do need to declare some wars. So it's going to change how we play the game slightly as well. So, let's start by having a look at the cultures around us and see whether any culture stands out to us. Is there any culture that we can merge with that has high enough cultural acceptance and the tech that we want? So, let's have a look here. We have 0% cultural acceptance. Alright, so it has the tech, however, no cultural acceptance and no cultural tech, so that's fine. Next, Russian. We have the cultural acceptance. Do they have the tech? They have it in 8 months. Okay, they have no cultural or regional stuff, but Russian has the tech. They hold a ton of land within our land. We could, in theory, make Russo-Norse or something like that. Although I think it might exist somewhere already. Lithuanian. So this one is actually already on early medieval, but they don't have city planning, so there would be no reason to merge with them. Although it would be quicker to get city planning for them because it's from a previous era, so you get a boost there. So that's something. Prussian. We don't have the acceptance. They don't have city planning. Latgalian. They have city planning. They don't have any special things. And we don't have the acceptance, but it is close. Estonian. We've almost wiped them out, and they don't have city planning. Finnish. We have the acceptance. They have city planning. They do have some of these things down here that they could get. However, we already have them. But, yeah, we could potentially merge with Finnish. Swedish. We don't have the acceptance. They do have city planning. They are missing a couple of these ones, but that's fine. Norwegian. We have the acceptance. They have these things down here. City planning is not done, though. City planning is done for the Sami culture. Okay. City planning there, but no Banis or Casus Belli ledger. Karelian. We don't have the acceptance, and they don't have the tech. Jarmian. They have nothing. Vespian. So they have ledger and Casus Belli and Banis, but no city planning. They would be perfect if they had city planning. Muria? Nope. Meshchira? We got city planning and Banis. Not enough acceptance. Is there anyone over here who we have acceptance with? I'm just going to check some land that we aren't really... we haven't really interacted with here. Greek, no. Bulgarian, no. Vlach, no. Okay. Danelander. Wow, Danelander's really far ahead on tech. Look at this. They are actually to the point where they almost have royal prerogative, and they also almost have well, they're getting closer to having hereditary rule, which would be great for partition. Danelander might be something we want to look at. Irish, we have the acceptance. They have a lot of the tech. Well, they have city planning. Yeah, they don't have a lot of the tech. Gallic, they have some of the tech. Scots, no acceptance. Cumbrian, no. Cornish, no. But Danelander, it's not what land that we actually hold. Like, it's not land that we're next to, but we could maybe merge with Danelander. You cannot form a hybrid culture with a culture that is derived from yours. Never mind, we can't do anything with Danelander. Dutch. I mean, they do have what we want, and they do have cultural acceptance. We do need to have at least one county of Dutch, though. Okay. Which is probably good, because I think in the previous campaign we made a fusion of Norse and Dutch, so... yeah, we probably don't need to do that again. Okay, I've now forgotten the ones that were acceptable. I do apologize. Yeah, Latgalian could be okay. 35% acceptance. Ledger's the one that they haven't got, which is fine, because we probably won't be able to build that much already. It could be okay, unless we really want to push for like something that actually has one of these techs. But we would then obviously have to have land that has those techs as well, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah, maybe Latgalians. So, what are you currently doing? You're currently converting the Isle of Wight. Okay. So, apparently cultural acceptance will go up 1 per year if we do this. Okay, and it may do other things. So, we could start working on these guys. Yeah, we could start working on these guys. And that would give us time to do some raiding. Yeah, okay. Is there anything else that we can do to raise cultural acceptance? I always forget. It's got a yearly change of 0.22, so it is actually going up right now, which is wonderful. We could do a grand tour? Because I think that can increase cultural acceptance with a majesty tour. I want to say, but I'm not 100% sure, because I think they can hold festivals. But, yeah, we'll see. Okay, so we know what we're after there. So, in 9 months, when that guy finishes his task, we'll get him to promote cultural acceptance, and then we can form a hybrid culture with the Latgalians over here. Latgalians? I don't know. Anyway, we could form one. I think that would be good, and then we'd get 3 innovations. And 12 of my vassals would convert, which is all my vassals. That seems very good then. Right. Where do we want to raid? We've got, like, very little time to raid. So we've already been to the Byzantine Empire recently. The Abbasids? You got any money? No. No, not really. No, one's got, like, money over here. Let's go to the economy map mode. Could we go to Mecca? Do you have any money? You have 105 there. However, there is a major negative going to Mecca, which is that the Suez Canal will not exist for another 600 years? 700 years? Longer? Wait, was it made like 900 years? And I'm not entirely sure when the Suez Canal was made, but yes, that yeah, whenever it was, it's way too far away. So yeah, what we could potentially do is we could head to Cagliari, raid this thing here, so that would be good. Then we could head over to the Pope and raid there, and that I think would be pretty good for us. Yeah. I think this is probably going to be our best place to set the raid off from. So let's, where are we? I'll remember the buttons to this game eventually. Ah, rally point. That's the bit I'm missing. Knew I was missing something. Right. Get a very large one here. You can no longer convert faith in county. That means that it's already been converted anywhere else. Yes. Okay, convert that one. Did that say 10 years? Oh, you've got 6 learning. Oh. Alright. You've been replaced. Yeah, okay. I guess the previous guy died? Out of wedlock? Well, we already knew this was going to happen. They were talking about adultery previously, so... yeah, that's fine. I would like you to head here. That seems fairly quick. This worth any money? Nope. Alright, don't even bother then. Genoa worth money? There's definitely money in Genoa. Money in Venice? There's definitely money in Venice. Okay. It's a couple of places to go. Jarl Bjorg would like to pay homage to me. Alright. Well, I got me some free renown. Won't say no. Level of splendor has gone up. Wonderful. So we are now well known, so children get more prestige, and rulers get more long reign bonus, which is great. How's our health, by the way? We're feeling fine. Foreign merchants. As I survey my court, I notice my steward, Unicius, in lively conversation with one of my foreign guests, Sigrid. Curious, I approach the pair. Hi, Queen Driffa. I represent the interests of a mercantile group of my Swedish kinsmen, who see great potential in establishing a merchant community of Swedes here in Novgorod. Sigrid states obsequiously. Steward, we must not favor foreigners over our own people, protests Unicius. So we increase cultural acceptance between us and Swedes. Okay. Foreign merchant community for 20 years. Expand mercantile areas for all. You gain additional building slots and a small harbour? Or we shall not exploit our markets. No, we will get the additional building slot because that's incredible. Why are additional building slots incredible? Because you don't usually get additional building slots, right? It's just something that you don't get. Okay, fantastic. I will take that every day of the week. That is the correct option. Okay. From Dust, we'll pay the money to get some development growth in whichever provinces need it. Right. Head over here and... Fire and Blood. Let's do some yeah, increasing the amount of loot that we got here. Let's head over this way as well. You worth any money? Nope. Yeah, maybe burn at the stake seems good there. Head over here. Nice. Any of the rest of this got money? Yeah, this whole island's got, like, money. Let's do it. Wonderful. We could, in theory, split up our raiding group, but we actually do want to lead the raids ourselves. Because we get our bonuses to raiding if we lead it ourselves. Our bonuses being what we've got in our legacy. The more likelihood to capture people, and you get the events as well, and all sorts. It's 64 for you? Wonderful, let's do that. Nice. Next. Get nothing for you, probably because the person just paid 64 for the previous one. No, why don't you convert and then you can go? Next. Yeah, why don't you convert and you can go? Next. You? You won't believe it. You're going to convert and go. You as well. Convert and go. You also going to convert and go. There you go. Right. That's fine. Head to the next one. You've promoted culture in the Isle of Wight. Fantastic. Great work. Now, we want to do this one. So that's 36% right now. We're going to keep going with that. Right, so that's now going to get more cultural acceptance. Head over here. Hey, we got a mace. Is the mace any good? The mace is garbage. You know what? While we're here, the Ulster Warhammer is also gone. The money from it is going into the war chest. Is this worth any money? Not really. Right, let's go to let's go to this one first. There we go. Wonderful. Knights are qualifying for tournaments while I'm currently raiding. Okay, head in here. They wanted to fight me. That's fine. We got achievement for True and Perfect Knight. True and Perfect Knight. Be nice if it showed you the one that you were on. I just don't know what a True and Perfect Knight achievement is. It's probably in here somewhere. If we don't see it soon, I will give up. I'm definitely not going to scroll back up the list again. Have a max rank acclaimed knight with the Warrior of the Faith trait. Ah, there we go. Asluk, granddaughter. Oh, also, that would mean that you are max ranked, so we get the max contender bonus as well here. So more experience for knights attending grand tournaments, which is great. And you have Uko's hammer. Cool. Seems good. You know what we should do while we're here? We should get some men at arms, because that costs us prestige. Do we want another set of siege units, or do we want something else? I kind of want just another set of Varangian veterans, honestly. No, I think that'll be fine. And we're just going to increase that to the max size that we can increase it to. Yeah, and then do I have somewhere to station you? Oh, yeah, you can go and live in the Isle of Wight. Cool. That seems fine. Back to raiding. Next one. Good. Counselor is dead. That's not good. Need a new spy master. New spy master is going to be this dude. He likes me, and he's good at the job. Really, the only two requirements I need. Nice. We got a new martial lifestyle thing. Let's get Parthian tactics, which gives us almost nothing, because we don't use cavalry currently. Next one. Oh, almost. Cool. Next one. Let's continue doing this. The Wacky Reformation. Okay, so that's Ajuran down here has reformed. Okay, so we have an organized Oromo Somali faith. You don't see that very often. What happened to the other faith that organized down here? Okay, they didn't really expand. Oh, okay, well, that's fine, whatever. Where are we? We're over here. That's fine. Next one. Have I caught any prisoners yet? Oh, I did. Yeah, okay, I should probably do something with these. Oh, they're not worth any money. Yeah, why don't you convert and go back? You? Why don't you convert and go back? Right, head over here. Your neighbor lost a war. Okay. Neighbor won a war against our vassal in a holy war. Next one. How are we looking in terms of loot? We got almost 800. It's not bad. We have another courtier who I think is... Yeah, it's our claimed knight's child. So Kraka. Okay. Fire and blood. Bring me bounteous plunder. Next one. Is this actually worth anything? Yeah, this is still kind of worth stuff. Keep heading along here. Napoli. Yeah, it's still worth stuff. Okay, next one. New child of my dynasty, Hrolfr. Our grandson is a genius. Fantastic. Okay, how about this one, Salerno? Yeah, it's still worth money. Head here, continue raiding. This Doomstack grade all the way down. Okay. Somebody's plotting within my realm. It's not good. I'm going to stop raiding there, and I'm now going to head up to Genoa. Get ourselves a little bit more money here, and then we'll head to Venice, and then we'll head back. Right. Cool. I got a mental break. I think that's because it's been long enough since our last mental break. Do I want to become reclusive, or do I want to become irritable? Irritable at least increases our prowess. I'll take irritable, I guess. That's fine. Hey, we captured somebody's wife. The somebody is the person who has a lot of money. Oh, wonderful. Well, we'll take what we can get there. Next one. Cool. A little bit more money there. Next one. This person would make a good husband for blank. Okay. For us? Would he make a good husband for us as a concubine? Let's recruit him, and then, first of all, I would love you to convert, if you would. That'd really be swell if you would convert, and then we can... Yeah, fantastic. Then we'll take you as a concubine. Then you won't be mad at us for doing that. He's now our man. Wonderful. Continue this. Nice. So we've taken all the money here. The rest of that's not really worth anything. Head to Venice by the quickest route possible. Is that really the quickest route? That seems like that would take a lot of attrition. How about you take a boat? Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be better, don't you? Yes, I agree. Neighboring ruler lost war against my vassal in the holy war for the duchy of Thrangdalog. Which duchy is that? That's this one at the top there. So our vassals are expanding even more. We've now upgraded Novgorod a little bit more. Okay. Still can't upgrade that one because we are... yeah, because we are not feudal. Although once we become feudal, there's actually no reason for us to have the Isle of Wight. Because we don't need a holiday home once we become feudal. But, you know, that's fine. This person is a charismatic negotiator. Okay. We don't have a wet nurse any longer, but that's because we are out of children that would require a wet nurse. Okay. You can make Driffa into a shield maiden. Wonderful. Make it so. Right. We will then find her a spouse. The spouse shall be somebody who is inheriting a trait. How about Ufkel, who is fecund? This seems fine. Yeah. It seems like that would be interesting. Right. We've now formed an alliance with a random mayor, but we found a marriage for our daughter. Okay. Nice. Let's see here. You got an... Nope, you're actually not worth any money. You're not the worst character I've ever seen in my life. We could recruit you. I don't think we need to. Gift artifact. You would like to give me the Pomeranian sword. I accept. So now we can give the Pomeranian sword away to someone. Also, I don't need this armor. I will destroy the armor. I guess I could probably have given that to, yeah, like one of my children. You know what we should do? We should give, like, an acclaimed knight here. Yeah, how about our daughter, acclaimed knight? We'll give her the sword. That way it improves her prowess up even more. Yeah, you can have the Pomeranian sword. I don't really need it. Right, is any of this worth raiding? Maybe. Yeah, not super worth raiding. I mean, it's worth it, like, from a standpoint of it's free money, but it's not worth it from a standpoint of I would like to become feudal. So, yeah, let's head back with our huge pile of cash, and hopefully we've got the cultural acceptance we need now. Right, let's see. Arranged marriage between this person and this person. That seems fine. Yeah, I accept. Okay, carrying on. And we came back with another 1,000 gold. Fantastic. Disband our troops. And we should now be at the point where we can merge our culture. We're exactly at 40% actually. That is perfect. So we're going to merge with the Latgalians. Okay, are we ready? We bought up the men-at-arms. We've done every building we can except Susdal's second building, which there's no real reason to worry about that. It'll be, like, you know, it's not a huge deal. It would be better if it was done, but, like, it's not, so that's fine. It's not worth waiting for. I think we're ready. I think we are ready. So, let's start with the culture. We would like to form a hybrid culture. Do we want to be stoic or bellicose? What are we currently? Let me just have a look at our current culture. Bellicose, North Germanic. Okay, that's fine. Right. Just doing a quick scan of that. Right. So, do we want to be bellicose or stoic? We would prefer to be bellicose because it gives us the prowess. It gives us the men-at-arms recruitment stuff, which doesn't really matter. It gives us the levy size, I think, is the main thing that matters. And this one is more about, like, defending your land. It's got defender advantage. Yeah, I think we want bellicose. Heritage, North Germanic or Baltic. So, your heritage gives you a 20 cultural acceptance baseline of culture sharing this heritage. Okay. You can make... for a second there, I was just like, yeah, you can make a hybrid. It just can't be of the same heritage. I was trying to think of what the conditions were. So, there's not actually a reason for us to stay North Germanic if we don't want to stay North Germanic. We could become Baltic, and there are benefits for that. Is there a way of seeing the cultural groups? No, I guess we could just click. But, like, North Germanic covers, like, this area. So, Norse, Swedish, Norwegian. Yeah, it doesn't even go as far as Finnish, right? And Danish. So, yeah. So, it's Danish, Swedish, Norwegian, right? And Norse. Those are the ones that are North Germanic. Outside of that, Baltic is going to be Lithuanian, Latgalian, Prussian, not Russian, not Vespian. Yeah, so it's kind of just this area right here. So both of them are kind of the same-ish for us. I guess it's, do we want to have these guys with higher cultural acceptance or these guys? I would prefer to have these guys with higher cultural acceptance because we're probably going to just convert all of these ones over here anyway. So, yeah, that's fine. Latgalians. Right. So, bellicose North Germanic. We're going to speak Norse, because that's our language. Must pick pillars from both cultures, not counting shared pillars. Can I choose an aesthetic from both cultures? No. Okay, so I have to choose something to take from them. Out of these, we know that Baltic doesn't matter. Language would change our court language. I think I'm going to go... Actually, it might not change our court language, but yeah. I'm going to choose Baltic then. We'll go with a Baltic heritage for our culture. Now, there is a reason to go North Germanic occasionally. The reason why you might want to go North Germanic is because that, I believe, gives you access to the Dynasty Legacy paths, but if you already have the Dynasty Legacy paths, it doesn't remove them if you stop being North Germanic. So that's fine. By Dynasty Legacy paths, I am meaning... That's the wrong one. I am meaning in here... I believe it's Adventure and Pillage are North Germanic exclusive. So yeah, we wouldn't lose access to those. There are other exclusive ones. I believe that down here, you have an exclusive one, or your group has an exclusive one. Why am I looking at culture? That's what I want to do. Open their legacies. Yeah, so they have Metropolitan and Coterie here. And then I believe there might be a new one here, I want to say. I'm just taking a stab in the dark. I didn't actually check. I've never seen this screen. This is probably from the previous DLC I didn't play. Anyway, legacies. Yeah, they have Brilliance in here, so they also have a unique one. Doesn't really matter for us right now, unless we, like, you know, in theory, to create the perfect culture, you want to merge with both of these cultures, or... Actually, more correctly, what you probably, if you want to get all the Dynasty Legacies, what you can do is you can just convert yourself, then convert back to your original culture after having taken 1 point in the Dynasty Legacy. Then you get to keep it. But anyway, it doesn't matter for us right now. But it was just worth mentioning that there is a reason to have North Germanic as your thing. Although I don't think it's actually North Germanic you need. I think specifically it's Norse you need. Like, not North Germanic, because I think we had issues with that previously. Also, later in the game, it also mixes up the... I think it's after the Swedish, Danish, and Finnish creation. It mixes up the internal IDs of the culture, so it doesn't actually work. But anyway, we're getting way into the weeds, and there's no reason to do that. Over here. Basically, what I'm saying is we're going to choose Baltic. That's it. Okay, so, traditions. Just untick these for a second. Tingme is a must. We need Scandinavian elective. Malleable invaders. Are we going to create a new hybrid culture? Oh, wait. It only requires 50% less cultural acceptance. Wait, did we only need 20%? Oops. Oh, well. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's not worry about that. I don't think I actually care about getting another... Yeah, I don't actually care about getting another hybrid culture. Forest Wardens allows us to recruit Metsan Varchia as archers. Okay. They're kind of interesting. We don't have any archers right now. We could take that instead. Stubborn trait is more common. Convert to local culture costs more. Creating a hybrid culture requires 100% more cultural acceptance. It's also much harder to hybridize with this culture. Oh, okay, so we did need 40% for the culture that we're merging into because it required 100% more, but then we got 50% off. Ah, I see. So, in a way I was correct, but for no reason of my own. Performative honor we're keeping. We like shield maidens. We're also keeping coastal warriors because we like strong. Yeah, so those two are staying. So that gives us one thing here. Do we want northern stories? Guardians of the culture being effective is cool. I don't really care about any of that, to be honest. The runestones are not a thing we need. Guardians of this culture is more effective with storytellers, and characters tell each other stories, increasing skills. That's interesting. Scheme secrecy also goes down, which means that we're more likely to find schemes. Okay, sure, let's take storytellers. So, performative honor, coastal warriors, storytellers, forest wardens, ting meat. I think that seems good. Aesthetics. Do we want Northern Europe or Norse? I would prefer Norse. Naming practices. Would we prefer Norse, Latgalian, or a mixture? So, names I can't really pronounce, mixed with names that I can't really pronounce. Sure, why not? That sounds good. Do we want continental Europe or Norse buildings? We'll have Norse buildings, although to be honest, like I gotta say, they don't really look that different right now. Do we want Northern European clothing or Norse clothing? We will have both. We will also have coat of arms from both. All my vassals will convert. They're very happy to convert, which is great. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Banis, city planning, Casus Belli we'll get, so that gives us the ability to use the de jure Casus Belli ones I was looking for before, which basically allows you to declare 4 land which should be part of your realm. City planning is the one that we need, and then Banis is the one that gives us the extra accolade that we were working on before. Wonderful. I think we're good to go. Oh, color and name. So do we want to be called the Latgallo Norse? Oh, it actually got rid of Norse at the end when I clicked in. We're going to call it the Late Norse. Because that's it kind of looks like that. So we're going to be Late Norse, and the prefix is going to be Late Norse. Cool. And then the color. What colors have we got? There's a lot of blue already. No, there isn't. I mean, there's some over here, but there isn't a solid red. Or a red color. Maybe not quite that hideous. Yeah, how about roughly in here? That seems good, right? Yeah, we don't really have a red color over here. I'll make us stand out. Maybe I'll just go like a touch further in here, because I think it's probably going to lighten it when it goes on the map. Done. We are now the Late Norse. The Late Norse hybridization. Yes, that was a good name. I'm deciding already. Because now every single time it describes anything to do with our culture, it's going to call it late. Which I think is massively humorous. Anyway. Spurred on by positive relations and increased cultural exchange, the Latgalian and Norse peoples have grown increasingly close over the years. Now individuals from these societies have begun to view themselves not as one or the other, but as both, simultaneously. A new late Norse culture. Norse traditions and values form the backbone of this new culture, while various Latgalian attributes have been adapted and integrated to meet the needs of their new society. With the late Norse people now looking to me for guidance, it's time to set the stage for a shared future. To a new age, a new era, a new people. So yeah, it does kind of lighten it when it goes on there. I could have gone even more into the red, because it actually looks quite similar to the Russo Khazar, but, you know, that's my mistake. Can I change it now? Like, all I want to do is change the color. No. Okay, well, that's fine. So a bit of our land converted. I don't know whether any of our vassals are going to convert their land, but that's fine. We get a new accolade as well. Wonderful. But now we are late Norse. First thing I'm going to want you to do, start promoting the culture in the Isle of Wight. So we literally just changed the culture, and now we're going to change it again. Okay. You go convert this Orthodox land for me. Thank you very much. Everybody else is fine. Right. Next step of becoming feudal. Now that we've done that, is to go in here, or to go in here and click Absolute Tribal Authority. It's going to make a lot of people very unhappy. But now, Adopt Feudal Ways is available. So, you will gain a legitimizing legend seed. It changes your government to feudal. All tribal holdings in the realm will become castle holdings. My tribal vassals will change to feudalism. Costs us 200 prestige to do this. Do it. A new era. The old ways have served us well, and we will honor them. However, as the Empress of Garthariki, I've concluded that we must adopt feudalism and its principles if we shall continue to prosper. It is the crucial next step on our road to greatness. Long live Garthariki. I'm also thinking that our empire could do with a change in name at some point. I haven't really decided on what a name could be, but I think it could do with a change of name. Right. So, we are now feudal. We can do all sorts of things. We can found holy orders as feudal. Wait, I got a bunch more titles. Where did I get these titles from? Why do I own this land? Well, wait, no, we knew what this land was. Oh, it created temple holdings for me, I think? Yeah, it created temple holdings for me. And cities. Huh. I didn't know it did that. I mean, that's cool. I like that it did. Oh, you know what it did? No. Wait. Yes. What it did is it changed the build. Oh, I forgot it would do that. I think I see. Sorry. I'm not really explaining myself. What it did is it took away some of our buildings, I think, and then changed them into temples and cities. Is that right? Because did we not have more buildings on these ones? Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe that's not what it did. No, maybe. Maybe I'm just talking nonsense. Maybe it just literally gave us a city. Did it just give us a city and temple in each one? No, you see, it didn't give us a city in this one. It only gave us a temple. Huh. Maybe it's based upon the... No, I was going to say maybe it's based upon the number of slots. I don't know. Anyway, we've got new temples and cities everywhere, which is awesome. We do need to give some of them away. Can we hold the temple holdings directly? We can. Do we want to hold the temple holdings directly? It would give you plague resistance and the holder gets bonuses. So there is a reason for us to hold them directly, potentially. Maybe. We could also give away some of this land as well, now that we don't need it. We could give away the Isle of Wight. I know I'm just converting it again, but... You know what? How about we give away the Isle of Wight to somebody who I'm not going to give land to? Or, yeah, somebody I don't want to be my heir. How about... Your children are already landed. Your children are landed. Your children aren't landed. How about Sorkvir, my nephew? Yeah. You know what? He could definitely be somebody I give this title to. Yeah, he's kind of run his course as our he's gonna have run his course as our champion soon. Let's give him a title and get him on his way. Right. Cool. That's awesome. So he's now off doing that. He was bald? Okay. That's fine. Next thing that we want to do over here is I think we might give away Sustal, Vladimir, and Timorovo now. I actually don't think we need this duchy. Yeah, I think we can actually give away all of that. Because now we can build buildings, or now we can build holdings in our capital. We can actually get a ton of holdings in our capital, which we can all hold directly and get all the capital bonuses in. So, although it does mean I'm not going to hold land in this, in the vote for, is it Vladimir? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Right. This land could all be given to... Continue just looking for people. How about my nephew here, Jarlbjorg Spymaster? You seem horrible, actually. You're like every negative trait you could possibly find. How about your children are both landed? Okay. How about you? You had no children. Okay. How about you? You're my personal champion. You're kind of at the point where we don't want you to be our personal champion. You've run your course, so it might be good to move her on. However, that would mean that my niece would leave my court as well, but she's also potentially about time to move on as well. It also mean that she would leave court. Oh, she's already left. Wait, yeah, she's already in a different court. That's fine. Who are you married to? You're married to another champion who's about to run his course. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give Sigrither this duchy. There we go. You can have all of that, and all of that, and all of that. Wonderful. She's going to love us for doing this. Yeah, good. So we'll give that away. Cool. That seems fine. She's no longer my bodyguard or personal champion, but that's absolutely fine. We knew that was going to happen. Okay, cool. So now we have much less land, and I think that this is fine. We're going to keep Osul, because this is a holy site. Also, which part of this is the holy site, by the way? Oh, it's the one bit that doesn't have a holding on it. Because I believe that we can build a special building on that bit in particular. So let's maybe just build a castle there while we're here. Why can I not do this? The Norse culture has this. Wait, am I still Norse? No, I'm late Norse. Oh, but this one is Norse. I see. Well, we can still build a castle here. That's fine. As in the actual holding is Norse. Yeah, that's fine. And then in Novgorod, we can build a castle. And build another castle. And another castle. Wonderful. And then we'll have all of that as land that we directly hold, which is going to change how it plays out in there. Good. Right. Found Holy Order. We can maybe do that. Let's just chill a second. Novgorod. Anything to do? We can't upgrade that. We could potentially build a duchy building if we had any of this stuff. Do I have the duchy that Novgorod is under? I do. Yeah. Okay. So we could potentially build a duchy building if we actually had any of this. Okay. Oh, we have charnel grounds. As much sites for spiritual cleansing as they are areas for the dead to rest. Ah, a great Tower of Silence? Okay. Liege's faith allows your people to practice traditional burial without the need for a Tower of Silence. Yeah, you don't need a Tower of Silence, but everybody wants one, right? Anyway, that's fine. So we can't build anything there. We are already building here. We could upgrade our lore holdings as well. It's fine. So like the temple, we get something in here. Scriptorium seems useful. Trade ports are useful for gaining development growth. What about Scriptorium? It gives us legitimacy gain, but it also gives us legend spread chance. We could try and go really hard into legends at some point. I mean, the plague resistance is nice as well, but let's go Scriptorium. And then in Pushkin, which is in Novgorod, now I'm going to grab hospices for plague resistance, because this is our capital. Cool. Let's go with that. And we have a pile of money. We're also losing a lot of money per month, but let's unpause and see how things roll. Oh, achievement, that'll be for merging cultures, I assume? Oh, and we have a cultural fascination. Yes, we should have a look at that. So we have bypassed, we bypassed tribal, minus ledger, which could give us an extra building slot, which we could actually make happen in 4 years if we wanted to. And we have moved into early medieval. We would love to get hereditary rule, so I'm going to get started on that. That's 43 years away. That's going to take a little bit of time, but there we go. Also, our average development bonus has gone up a lot because we have so little that is actually late Norse currently. We only have this tiny, tiny little bit here, which all has reasonably high development, so cool. Right, there's a lot to do. I'm going to unpause it for another month. Unpleasant pleasantries. I think the lady has had enough, a man interrupts. It is Yavlad. Can't you tell that you're boring her, Duke Vesa? We can leave and lose stress. Okay. Cool. I was just letting a month go by, see what else pops up. We can train for a tournament, and there's a tournament to join. Okay. Yeah, there's even more to do. Okay. Oh, and we can exchange hostages with the Byzantine Empire. There's a lot of things that we need to look at next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to end the episode here, and next time we can work out how we're going to be feudal and what it's going to mean for us in terms of everything else. So, thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.